Hello everyone. My name is Highwater. You are on youtube.com/a whole bunch of random letters and numbers, and welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 casted game. Today we have Hera spawning on the left side of the map as the Chinese versus we have over here Zanmato. Two very highly rated players. I'll put their rating on the screen now for you to take a look at. And today we're going to get some, hopefully a very interesting game. We're on Black Forest of all maps. Definitely an interesting setup for Black Forest. I don't really think I've ever seen the new map just yet. I haven't played it since the last patch. But so far, we got Hera starting off with very strong economy going straight to wood, and the same for Zanmato. Likely going to just go and try to saturate their fishing pond back here to get as much constant food production as possible. But first, let's talk about what these players are actually going to try to go for today. As the Holy Roman Empire, I imagine that we are probably going to see some men-at-arms coming out in the Castle Age, hopefully pretty quickly. I'm excited to see what Zanmato will actually do, though, because there are a lot of options that you have as the Holy Roman Empire, except for after the Castle Age, because that's where everything kind of falls off. If we take a look again over at what Hera's up to in the other side of the map, still just getting onto wood. I'm really interested to see what Hera does, because Hera is a very strong player from Age of Empires 2, a very smart individual and a fellow Canadian. Can't not support a fellow Canadian, right? With that being said, though, we're gonna go ahead and get some scouting done across the map. These players doing a good job of finding their sheep. No one's really going for any lames right away to try to steal any sheep. So that's always a nice thing to see. Now, I wonder, because lately I've been browsing the Age of Empires 4 subreddit, and people have been saying a lot that it's really important to get the upgrade for professional scouts. No one has a mill yet, so we can't actually take a look at the upgrade. But professional scouts is a very important upgrade. And the reason why is that you don't want to have to actually go and spend wood to take these deer, for example. If you want to take your hunt and you spend the wood on a mill to put them there, you're going to be spending a lot more time and resources defending and trying to actually optimize your food production when you could just make 2 more scouts, pick up these deer and bring them to your town center and get all the food you need. So I wonder to see if that's something that gets played in this game or not. It's become kind of meta now that everyone kind of gets professional scouts, especially against the Rus, mind you, but we shall see. Hopefully we see something coming out soon. Hera going for a wall right away. Chinese, that's pretty typical of them. What does Hera actually see for the map so far? So I think they both noticed there's only one way across here. There's a wood line backing up this whole area here. There's only the one path into each other's base, which is going to make for a very interesting hold at some point in the game. I wonder if... does he see this wall going up yet? He sees the villager, so he knows that the villager is going to come and probably be putting up a wall. He might be thinking of a tower rush is coming towards him, but now he for sure sees the wall going up, putting a wall up of his own to keep Hera out of his base, and hopefully that will that will do its job. Mind you, if Hera's scout gets stuck behind this wall after it gets constructed, which might be what Zanmato's actually going for, so Hera can't bring these sheep back to his base. It's actually a really interesting idea. I kind of want to see if he does that or not. Okay, Hera scouts inside the wall. Villagers going to try to get these walls up as fast as possible. Uh-oh. Hera now realizes, oh wait, I can't get out of here anymore. And now all of a sudden Hera is stuck inside the base of his enemy with all his sheep. He's not going to be able to get that food back at his base. He's got what? He's got 5 sheep at his base right now. He's got the wood, he's got the fishing boats going. So that's a good thing. But still, it's not great to be in a situation where you don't have any sheep at your base. Let's take a look at the map again, though. We're still heavy on the wood for both players here. Hera with 12 on wood, 10 on wood for the Holy Roman Empire player, Zanmato. Now we're going over to our gold already with Zanmato, getting up 4 vills. I think we're transferring over from food, if I'm not mistaken, because, again, when you have all those fishing ships, you don't need as many vills on the land gathering food. So for the time being, Hera's going to run around like a madman, not knowing really where to go. He'll need to build some military in order to actually break out of this, because that scout is not going to break that wall very quickly and likely would get sniped by whatever units are able to be produced by Zanmato. Now, Hera going heavy into gold as well. We're getting ready to age up. We're already at just shy of the 5-minute mark, which I guess for a Black Forest, aging up super fast isn't necessarily what you want to do, because you want to establish your food economy first with your back shore fish, pond fish, whatever you want to fucking call them. That's right, we swear on this channel. Hera already ready to age up. Zanmato still a little bit out another 50 gold or so, and this should be good. Hera going up with the Imperial Academy defensive landmark. It's a good idea to put it here. Protect your gold for sure. You always want to make sure that gold is protected, because otherwise you are likely to lose out on a lot of resources in the future. Mind you, because of the proximity to the town center, I think that Hera could have put this a little bit more forward to protect the actual push down the center. But the further away you put that from your base, the harder it is to reinforce it with units later. Let's take a look at our player score so far. Looks like we got Zenmato in a little bit of a lead here. We're looking 29 villagers to the 30 of Hera. So a vill down, but still ahead. And Hera coming through, going to try to scout out his enemy's base. Let's take a look to see what he sees right now. He's going to try to get a little cheeky snipe on this prelate. I don't think it's going to be very effective, though. These villagers could all just pull and kind of attack the scout very easily. And this prelate is just going to hide in the town center at some point. And Hera's already backing off. So Hera still just waiting to age up here. No military buildings out for either player just yet. I personally like to see a barracks coming out early from Holy Roman Empire, but considering that Hera is playing Chinese, the early aggression is not very likely, and as such, a barracks isn't necessarily needed as soon. Now, Zenmato's scout is still very hurt, so he's not going to be able to really take a fight with Hera's scout as of yet, but Hera's still denied off that food. He's still got some sheep back here. All 5 of those sheep are actually still just chilling. He just transfer all his villagers actually to gold. How many fishing ships does he have? He's got 11 fishing ships. So all of his food production right now is coming from these ships back here. He's not going to go for any of the food on land currently. And the same can be said for what's going on with Zenmato. Both players age up at the exact same time, essentially. Going up with the Chapel. I can't read, apparently. Which is going to provide the prelate buff to all the villagers in the proximity. You can see the radius here. So that gold is going to be produced very quickly. That wood is going to be gathered very quickly. We're looking at a pretty booming economy here for Zenmato. We take a look back at income per minute. You can take a look that Hera is ahead by quite a lot in the food department as well as the wood. Zenmato with only 11 villagers or units on food versus the 12 of Hera. And Hera already going for stones. So you know that Hera's going to likely go for some kind of early castle, potentially. Oh, he's actually going for the double landmark, Barbican of the Sun. So he's going to get 2 defensive landmarks. Oh, wait, he went for Imperial Academy. I just did not read that properly earlier, did I? Hera going for a second TC already at the 7-minute mark. Barbican of the Sun coming up to defend the gold here. Imperial Academy. Nearby buildings generate 100% tax and gold. What's the radius of this right now? So we got the town center, which doesn't actually produce any gold. We have this 1 stone mining camp and this 1 gold mining camp in the proximity. So it's actually not like a super optimal placement, I don't think, of this. There could have been a couple other buildings placed within the vicinity of the Imperial Academy. But I digress. Hera knows a lot more what he's doing than what I'm doing, so I will trust that he's got a bit of a plan here. We haven't really discussed relics on this map yet, so let's take a look for a moment here. Holy Roman Empire are going to want to go after those relics and actually ready to age up to castle already, going fast castle at the 8-minute mark, going up with the Regnitz Cathedral to gather those relics, and these are all great placements for the relics for Zenmato. If you take a look here, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3 right on the side of the map behind the wall he put up earlier, and on the side of Hera, we just got the 2 right here. So Hera will still be able to claim some relics for himself if he would like to, but Zenmato definitely has the advantage here with the relics. How many prelates do we have out right now for our friend here? I think we have just the 1 for now. I don't think we're producing any more just yet. Still no military production buildings coming out from either player, so we don't have anything crazy going on just yet. Hera's still not ready to age up just yet. These scouts are going to have a little bit of a duel here over these sheep. Again, not really going to do too much. I mentioned earlier the sheep are really important, but on this map it's not actually as important because of the fish economy and the deep sea fish that are available at respawn after depletion. So we got, what, 12 on food for Hera, and we got 11 on food. So we're not really going much into food right now for either player. Aging up, coming out of Zenmato, going to Castle Age, and now we should see some interesting plays coming out with some military units, most likely. Hera is likely going to lose his scout here, and all of a sudden, I don't know how this happened, but it looks like maybe the scout from Zenmato was able to heal up enough to actually take this fight, and looking to snipe some of these sheep. Now, what I don't 100% understand is why we're going for berries, which have a slower gather rate than finishing up with the sheep over here. But again, Zenmato knows a lot more than I do, so I'm just going to let him do his thing. We can see the prelate from Zenmato already going out to gather the relics, and we still got our prelate buffing our villagers over yonder. take a look at how Hera's doing here. Hera is at 56 villagers versus the 44 of Zenmato, so economy is starting to boom away for Hera. That significant wood income. I'd be very surprised if we didn't see some kind of push with siege at one point from the clock tower. Those clock tower springles are very, very strong. But Hera's looking to push his economic lead here, going to pull some villagers off of wood, most likely to age up into the next age. I'm excited to see what landmark he drops, and it looks like he's going to drop, what did I say? The astronomical clock tower. Better check your sign for your horoscope today, because I think you're going to get some springles in your face. So we still got not too much going on back here for Zenmato. He's already in the 3rd age. I still don't see any military buildings coming up. He's going for a double wall, stone wall behind a wooden wall here, which is interesting. I think that he's in a position where he actually could be, if he had put some military buildings up earlier, he could have taken some more space on the map and trapped Hera into his base a little bit more, denied this front gold, denied this front stone, and this 8,000 gold deposit right here. How many, we got all our tax collectors, or Imperial officials rather, going. So all of our Imperial officials are out for Hera, and the age up is about to be finished as well. We got we have 1 relic stationed so far inside the cathedral, and we have the prelate going out for the 2nd right now. Does he see the 3rd one? He better. Yeah, so he's seen all the relics. He knows exactly where they are, so I want to make sure. It would be ridiculous if he didn't see them. And now we're just kind of waiting on some action here at this point. Hera going to be turtled up in his base here, dropping some archery ranges finally. Looks like we're going to go for some Chukanu. Likely. We are in the Song Dynasty still, which is what gives us the Chukanu and the village. So I haven't personally played around too much with the Chinese. I've been messing with them a little bit lately. I usually end up playing Holy Roman Empire a lot. But I'm really interested. I saw a really great game Aussie Drongo casted the other day. I might link it in the description after this video, where I forget who was playing. I think it was 3DB. He was playing Chinese, and he went Fire Lancers against Russian Horse Archers. And it was a great idea at first. He didn't end up winning the game. Spoiler alert. But it's interesting to see that the Chinese have so many different options to deal with, aggression, and it's just not optimized enough yet. And the older this game gets and the more people learn how to play, I think we're going to see a lot of interesting gameplay coming out from Chinese players in order to better take advantage of the map and better counterplay, or provide better counterplay to enemy decisions. Now, we're already going Imperial. Very fast Imperial Age coming in for Zenmato. We're still just in Castle Age right now for our friend over in the left side, Hera, and going up for a monastery to try to claim some relics, which is always a good call. But with that Imperial Age, we're finally dropping some barracks here. Looks like we're getting, wow, 3 siege workshops, 3 barracks. We're going to get some aggression going now. We got the gates going up for Zenmato. Let's take a look at the score real quick again. We're very, very even. Hera just a little bit ahead, likely due to the double town center situation that we got going on here. I don't believe we have a second town center yet from... Oh, we went for the palace. Went for Palace of Swabia for Zenmato. So that's going to act as a second town center, producing villagers at a 75% faster rate and 75% cheaper. And Scout getting absolutely sniped by the Springolds off camera. And it looks like Hera is actually getting ready to have some pressure applied to his enemy. He's going to push out with the Springolds, going to push out with the Chukanu, and he's got what? 12 of those and 5 of the Clock Tower Springolds versus nothing coming out yet for the Holy Roman Empire player. He is just getting out his Springolds now. He's finishing up some research for them to give them, I forget what that research does, the roller shutter triggers. But Hera is going to find a bit of a difficult situation for himself here because we have stone walls. Now, I don't know if that was something that he should have expected or not on this map, considering the choke points. I probably would have myself made sure to have some rams built in or some trebs at this point, especially if you're in the Imperial Age. And is he going to be putting out some trebs? Not quite yet. So I don't know 100% what the plan is going to be from Hera to counter this. But when we take a look at the map and take a look at what we got going on here, we have our upgrades coming into Men-at-Arms. Upgraded Men-at-Arms with heavy maces. Now, the Men-at-Arms for Holy Roman Empire, they do actually more damage per second when you have heavy maces than when you have two-handed weapons. So that's going to be the play coming out from Zenmato. He's likely not going to get two-handed at all. We've already got a significant number of Springalds coming out, and it looks like Hera actually pulled off his army a little bit here, still massing a giant number of Chuganu. We are at, what, 36 Chuganu versus the Nun military of Zenmato. So we're just going to push out with some of the Springalds, and let's see what we can have happen here, see what he finds. He's going to try to put a keep outside. He canceled the keep inside his base to try to take more map control, but he does not know that Hera is right here. So if he's able to get this up quickly with all these villagers, he could be in a great position. And Hera hasn't seen this yet. He doesn't know what's going on over here. So these Springalds are just going to provide some support and hopefully get some picks and prevent some aggression with the Springalds coming from Hera. But there is... Oh, he's going to put a... what's this he's putting out here? He's going to put a barracks out as well. Hera really needs to spot this right now if he wants to be able to take this game. Because otherwise, full map control is going towards Zenmato. It's not... Hera deleted his wall. He didn't put a gate in it. He just deleted the wall. And he's trying to push out through it. There's nothing stopping Zenmato from pushing through this base after he defeats this army. That castle, or the keep rather, is going up. We're adding 2 more barracks to our existing 3 barracks back here, putting us on 5 barracks production for men-at-arms. Now, sometimes in this situation, I like to go for the, I forget the name of the building right now, but the one where you were actually... I think it's the Belgrade Palace or whatever it's called, where you can produce 5 of any unit, any military militia unit at one time. I like that because you're able to get some early aggression with your units. However, when you're going for an Imperial Age push, it doesn't make any sense to get that landmark whatsoever. It makes a lot more sense to go with the chapel to get your resources gathered more quickly. The thing about the chapel is that it loses effectiveness later in the game. So that's why I was talking about earlier, where the Holy Roman Empire tend to actually fall off a lot because they're not able to get the most out of those landmarks. With that being said, though, let's take a look at the villager count again for Zenmato. We got 96 versus the 107 of Hera. So catching up, Zenmato is, I think we're still just on the one, oh, sorry, I already said we're on 2 TCs. What am I talking about? And we still got a lot of units for Hera. We got, how many do we got here? We got 42 Chuganu and 7 Springalds versus what's amassing to be currently 14 men-at-arms and 7 Springalds. So a little bit of an advantage there for Hera still. And the Clock Tower Bombard coming out. I'm going to try to lay siege to this, but so too is a Culverin for the Holy Roman Empire. This is a counter siege unit. So it's going to do a good job of hopefully countering out these Springalds, but we're using counter siege versus counter siege here. There's no actual siege. There's no mangonels out for either player. I would think that Hera would want to go for something like a mangonel or a nest of bees to try to take out all of these men-at-arms when they eventually push, because these are very tough. If we look at our barracks, which is located somewhere, we actually don't have all of our upgrades just yet. We're getting all of our ranged armor upgrades. So Zenmato knows that he's likely going for the Chuganu then. But neither player has really truly scouted out much of the other player's base after that initial first couple minutes where Hera lost his scout. And we end up gathering those sheep. Those sheep are just finally getting gathered here for Hera. Zenmato's still not working on much food economy here. 34 on food for Zenmato versus the 31 for Hera. Kind of sitting on a lot of resources right now. I'm interested to see what he might do. We got the Spirit Way landmark as well. All buildings can create previously achieved dynasty units. Oh, that's interesting. All buildings near this landmark. Does that mean this mining camp can do that? This is, again, the thing where I actually haven't played too much with the Chinese, so I don't know too much about how their specific mechanics are actually going to play out in regards to like the buffs that their buildings give other buildings. But one who does know that, Hera. And Hera is just waiting for his opportunity to push. He's got the bombards. He's got the military. He just needs to make the push, but he still hasn't scouted this keep being here from Zenmato. So even if he takes this engagement and pushes up, there's not much he's going to be able to do. And Hera finally going to get some walls, but might be too little too late. Zenmato making a push out and going to try to get some aggression going on the front. Hopefully he's able to get some picks and take out this army from Hera. I really like the play that's come out from Zenmato today. I really enjoy a good Holy Roman Empire push, especially with the men-at-arms. They're just so strong. Springalds with their upcoming nerf aren't going to do too much in the future. And this keep's going to do a lot of damage, though. We're going to wipe them right out. But the siege from Zenmato is going to do quite a bit of work on the siege from Hera, and all of a sudden, a bit of a siege advantage coming out here for Zenmato. Oops, that's the Alt key. And let's take a look to see what else we got going on here. Take a look back at our production here. We're still just pumping out some elite men-at-arms. And then, are these elite already? Yes, they are. So everyone's got all their upgrades. We're very late into Imperial now. Not much has really gone on in this game in regards to pressure, but now when we take a look at the map all of a sudden for Hera, he knows, observer glitch here, but he knows that keeps going up. He knows there's a keep back here now too. And this wall is not going to be completed because you look at the sight lines coming from the keep here. He's just going to kill any villagers that come out here and try to push this and try to finish this wall. So really, it's Zanmato's game to lose right now. And Zanmato's at 200 cap. Hera's pretty close by as well. We got some idle villagers coming out from Hera. But at this point, the economy doesn't really matter too much because each player is very secure in their base, with more of the map being controlled by Zanmato, and he's getting that, forward villagers be able to garrison inside that keep and push up. Where did his military go? Why is his Oh, Hera chopped through his wood line. Does he even know? Is he even aware of this? He has no idea this is coming right now. Hera chopping through his wood line. Hopefully he... Oh, no. Oh, no. Not like this. Not like this. The Mangonel coming out from Zanmato as well. Oh, this is over. There's no way Hera's going to be able to come back from this. His military is going to pull back here. Well, this town center is going down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. One TC down. He's going to push further into the base, see what he can get done. He has a landmark back here, the Barbican of the Sun to defend. But there's not really going to be too much that comes out of that. Let's see if the Mangonel can put some work in against the Chickens. I really hope so. Bombards and the Springal's going to try to do some work as well. Not doing too much. Mangonel getting sniped by the Springals of Hera. And Zanmato pushing to the front with his men-at-arms, going to try to get as many of these kills done on the Chicken as he can. However, military count-wise, we're looking at 63 military for Hera versus the 70 of Zanmato. Looks like that Hera is losing this pretty badly. These men-at-arms able to take a hit and give one too. Springal's trying to do work back here still, but the Bombards are still doing so much damage. And I don't think Hera can hold on very much. Take a look back at the military count. We got 60 versus the 35 of Hera. Hera able to clean up this initial push, but right behind this, there's just so much more coming out from Zanmato. We take a look over at the buildings that Hera has. He's only putting out 2 more archery ranges now. He's been on, 8 archery ranges for a while. Take a look at Zanmato. Zanmato's been on the 3 back here. There's the 2 out here. Is that actually it? I thought there were more. So I guess he is able to keep up with the production of Hera here, and Hera able to propel that attack, but at what cost? He lost so much there. The Mangonel was huge and critical in that push, and it's coming through again. And I really wish that Hera had put a tower up somewhere just to get the vision once he cut through that wood line, or even just opening up and putting another wall down somewhere. Clear the map. Take a look at this fight again. Hera with a Mangonel, or not Hera, rather Zanmato with a Mangonel. Going to try to put some work in against them. And we have some actual gunpowder units too, right? Yeah, we have cannoneers in here as well. These villagers are forced to be idle. Not that it's going to matter too much unless they were on food. It looks like they were on food or something else as well. Hand cannoneers can be able to do a lot, but can they really hold up against all the siege and pressure that's coming out from Hera, or from Zanmato? He's able to push through, getting some hand cannoneers of his own. I don't think I've ever really seen an Imperial Age push go so well for a Holy Roman Empire player, so I'm happy to see that, but Hera is just not having a good time here. He's not able to get in and get the snipe off on any of the siege, and he's just being held back and back and back, and none of the stray man-at-arms trying to come through and join his friends at the front, but he's just able to make it in. These cannons are going to do so much work. They're going to be able to siege down all of these landmarks fairly effectively. He's going to try to go for a keep here. Where is he pulling villagers from? We'll find out in just a moment here. This bombard's going to get absolutely sniped. There's no way that survives. Mangonel missing a shot, not being able to take out the shooting just yet from the other gunpowder units. Men-at-arms going to put in some work against the villager fix. What is Hera looking at for his villagers right now? Take a look at the population for Zanmato. He's got 112 in the company, 98 for Hera. All of a sudden, Hera's villagers now is so much lower. But again, the men-at-arms aren't able to do much against the cannon. We're really going to be relying on this keep to go up to really solidify the position on the map that Zanmato has created for himself. Look at the scores. Zanmato's pulling quite ahead here. Military count still killing quite a bit more, losing quite a few less, and destroying a significantly higher number of buildings. This is not looking good for Hera. He needs to really be able to either counter push this, or he needs to Or he needs to just build up in the back of his base, get some more production buildings out there, and try to boom on the fish maybe a little bit more, get some more fishing ships out. But are these idle? No, they're not. They're still fishing. They're deep sea fish because they're refreshed. I don't think there's so much that because they're going to be GGs. Getting the villager kill still. The hand cannoneer is doing work now for Yamato as well. There's really not much to say there. GG coming out from Hera. Good game. What a great performance from Zanmato. Great performance from both players. That early scout getting stuck in that base really denied some potential food. Mind you, again, those fish really held up quite a bit for Hera. But I digress. It's not going to be much of a difference. Let's take a look at the map for a second. Actually, never mind, because it doesn't let us. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Highwada. I will see you again in the next video. Until then, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to the video for more videos just like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.